What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Faye. In case you're clicking this video for the first time, you are very much welcome. In today's video, let's make this yummy minced beef stew. I love this meal. So this calls for those busy weekdays or weeknights. It's such a simple, easy meal that you can make in no time. It's actually ready in just under 30 minutes. So this minced beef stew is such a simple meal, but it's packed with so much flavor. I've incorporated some vegetables in it and also some spices which are blended so well, and the sauce is so good from this minced beef stew. I hope you guys are going to try it, and as usual, if you try it, don't forget to tell me how yours came out in the comment section down below. So this minced beef stew, you can serve it with whatever you want. I serve mine with some white rice, which I'm also showing you how to make it at the end of this video. Anyway guys, collect all the ingredients I've listed in the description box down below, and let's get started. So for our first step, we are going to prepare our veggies. So here I have some of the veggies that we are going to use for this recipe. So first you are going to chop them. So here I have some French beans. You will roughly chop that, and once you're done, you just put that aside. If you don't have French beans, you can as well use green peas. So next you're going to also chop our potatoes. So I'm using 2 whole potatoes. You'll just go ahead and cube them nicely. Once you're done, place that aside as we go to our next step. Also for this recipe, we will need some carrots. So I'm using 1 whole carrot. Just go ahead and chop that nicely, cube it nicely, and then once you're done, just place that aside. Also, we're going to chop some tomatoes. So I'm using 1 whole tomato. Chop it as well, place that aside. So before I forget guys, I have listed the whole ingredients for this recipe in the description box down below. Don't forget to check on that. And also, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more of my amazing recipe. So next we're going to grate our garlic cloves and ginger. So for this recipe, I'm using 2 garlic cloves and ½ inch of ginger. So just grate that nicely, or you can mince them if you want. Next here, I'm just chopping my onions. So I'm using 1 white onion. You can use red onions if you have. So just go ahead, chop that nicely as well. And once we are done, let's get to cooking. So now you're going to put your pan over medium heat, and then you're just going to add some vegetable oil. You'll follow that with the chopped onions. You're going to saute this for about 30 seconds, and once that is done, you're going to add the grated garlic and ginger. You're going to continue cooking this for about a minute or until the onions are nicely translucent. So now let's add our ground meat. So I'm using 500 grams of ground beef. You can use any minced meat that you want. We are going to cook this while turning. So make sure you are just using your cooking stick or your spatula to break down that meat. This is just to avoid any big lumps. So make sure you are just breaking it down. We don't want any big lumps in our minced meat. So you're just going to cook this meat until all that water that's from the meat is gone. So as you can see, all the water has dried out. Now is the time to add our veggies. So you're going to add the chopped French beans, the potatoes, and the carrots. You're going to cook this while turning for about a minute until everything is nicely mixed. So now it's time to add our chopped tomatoes. So just make a hole at the center, as you see the way I'm doing it here, and then you're going to add the chopped tomatoes. You're going to follow that with a tablespoon of tomato paste, and then just using your spatula you're going to mix this well for about a minute or two. So at this point the pan is a bit dry, don't add any water. So we're going to cover our pan and then we're going to let this cook for about 3 minutes. So the moisture that's from the tomatoes will allow everything to cook, and you're going to have a cooking stick like this. You're going to mix everything together while cooking, so make sure you're breaking down all those tomato pieces. At this point the tomatoes are tender, so you're just going to mix this well for about a minute or two. So now we're going ahead to add our liquid. So I'm using 2.5 cups of water. If you have beef stock, the better. So you're just going to mix this well, and once you're done you're going to add our seasoning. So here I have a teaspoon of paprika powder, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and some salt and pepper. I also have some beef cube, which actually gives this meat such an amazing flavor. So just go ahead and crush that beef cube in your meat, and then once you're done you're just going to mix everything together for about a minute or two, and then you're going to just take a lid, cover that, and you're going to let this cook for about 5 to 8 minutes or until those vegetables are done. And as you can see, our minced meat is ready. The sauce looks so yummy, guys. It smells so amazing as well, and also our vegetables are nicely soft. The potatoes are soft, the French beans are soft, and also the carrots are soft. So that means our minced meat is ready to serve. So we'll just sprinkle some fresh coriander leaves, put that aside, and let's quickly make our white rice. So for the rice, you're first going to boil 4 cups of water. I'm using the 1 cup rice, 2 cups water rule. So for this recipe, you're going to use 4 cups water and 2 cups rice. So in your boiling water, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 teaspoon of salt. If you don't have butter, it's okay to just use vegetable oil. So you'll mix that well, and once that is done, you're going to add your rice. So for my rice, I'm using basmati rice. I've washed it nicely. So guys, make sure to wash your rice first before cooking it. So once I've added the rice to my boiling water, I'm just going ahead to let this boil without covering over medium heat until some of that water is gone. And at this point, as you can see, there's just a bit of water left. So now you'll just turn your heat to low, and then you're going to cover the pan. You're going to let this cook until that rice is soft and tender. And that's just it. Our white rice is ready. As you can see, it looks fluffy and it tastes amazing as it looks. So just go ahead and serve it while it's still hot with your minced beef stew. I hope you guys try this recipe. Make it for your friends, make it for your family, and I hope you enjoy. That's what we're making today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are going to try this minced beef stew, and as usual, if you try it, don't forget to tell me how yours came out in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more of my amazing recipes. You can always find me on Instagram or on TikTok at fields_kitchen. So till my next video, guys, bye.